1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers, but you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelly Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
Hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel
Extra.
He did pre-game jazz hands.
Yes, I did. Yeah, this is true.
Hi, Rich. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm excellent. Did you have a lovely Jubilee week? I don't know why I'm asking this, because once this comes out, it's going to be Friday, and it's all going to be forgotten, and everyone's going to forget about what they did for their lovely 4 days off.
I basically had just 4 Sundays in a row.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was nice. Yeah, I didn't do any Jubilee stuff at all. Nothing. Didn't even eat a red, white, and blue cake. None of it.
Did you watch any of it?
No.
Me neither. I was sat in a field for 3 days.
Oh, nice.
Surrounded by nature. Some people might call me a hippie, but I wasn't.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't think you're a hippie.
Thanks.
No, I had my wife's sister down and her 3 kids. So there's George was all excited. His cousins were about and stuff. So that was nice.
I was about to say, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, they weren't staying at our house. They were staying at the grandparents' house. So there was escape to be had.
Okay. Seeing family is lovely. If my family, I love you, my family.
No, it was nice. It was really nice. We had a nice weekend. Done a few bits and bobs and stuff. It was,
And watched the movies?
Yes. Yeah. I've watched the movies, actually. Yeah. So, this episode, I have been watching some dinosaur-based movies because we're going to be, in preparation for the new Jurassic World movie, we're going to rank the existing Jurassic Park / World movies as to what we think is the best and what we think is the worst. I'm not going to lie to you. I think the best is pretty obvious.
There's the highs, but the lows, and it seems there's a few of them.
There's a large quality gap, I should say, between the top and the bottom.
Yeah. What's your history with this franchise? Are you into it? Are you excited for the new one?
Absolutely love it. Can't wait to see the new one. Watched Jurassic Park in the cinema. Almost crapped myself when the raptor jumps up in the ceiling bit. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it to bits. I've seen all the movies. My son is dinosaur obsessed. He can tell you every fact about every dinosaur that's ever existed. I once bought him a toy of what I thought was a pterodactyl. Turns out pterodactyls don't exist. There's no such thing as a pterodactyl. Yeah. So I've given him this toy and said, I got you a pterodactyl. And he went, actually, Daddy, that's a Quetzalcoatlus. I was like, oh, right. That's me told. He was 3 at the time.
Wow.
So, yeah. That's how dinosaur obsessed he is. We've watched all these movies quite a lot of times. He's far too young to have seen them, but he doesn't, he's not fazed.
I find that gobsmacking because Jurassic Park did some serious shit on me when I first watched it.
He watched Jurassic Park when he was 4.
Yeah, 7 was too young for me. Gave me nightmares, but I'll get to that later if you want to really make everyone laugh.
Yeah, he watched Jurassic Park, the first one, when he was 4 and absolutely loved it. And I think he's watched it about 45 times since then.
God, blimey.
Yeah.
So you've seen these films a lot.
I have, although we'd never watched Jurassic Park 3 until this weekend.
Okay.
So this was the first time he'd seen it.
Well, should we crack on then?
Yeah. Come on then, let's rank these bad boys.
Drum roll, please. Right. So there's only 5 of these movies. There's not a great deal.
Yeah. It's not like Fast and Furious when we've got 9 of them.
Yeah. So we get through 5. And like we said, there are some quality stuff in here. There's some naff in here. And this is going to be the naffest.
Yes.
I'm going to be interested to see. I think we're both going to have the same first one.
I think we're going to have the same best and the same worst.
Do you think?
I think.
Well, okay. Do your worst then. Number 5. What's in at number 5
We've
for
talked
you?
about it. We've already mentioned it. Jurassic Park 3 is the worst.
It is the same as mine.
It's rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. Nothing highlights that this movie is going to be terrible than when a velociraptor says Alan.
Yeah, that is a weird bit. It doesn't do anything with the movie. It doesn't come back at all. It's just one weird little dream sequence.
It's a weird dream sequence that Dr. Alan Grant has on a plane when I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. I like Tia Leone normally. She's really annoying in this movie. Her character, I should say, rather than her as an actress, but so annoying. I'm like, I know dinosaurs don't eat women, but can we just make an exception for this one, please? Because she's so annoying.
I would open that to everyone. Is so annoying, apart from Alan Grant, apart from the Sam Neill character.
I don't hate William H. Macy.
Let's get rid of all of them.
He's useless, but I don't hate him. I can't think of anyone else who's any good. But
Exactly. Did you like the plot point that the kid survived for 8 weeks on his own? It's ridiculous.
How? How?
I don't care how clever you are. You're 10.
8 weeks. 8 weeks? Are you shitting me? It would last 8 minutes.
And also, this film is like only 85 minutes long.
Is it?
It's under an hour and a half.
Really?
All the others like around the 2 hour mark. This is...
I mean, it feels longer. Let's not lie. Antonio Nivola feels like he dies like 4 times, doesn't he?
And the dinosaurs look like theme park dinosaurs.
They do. There is one good bit where the Spinosaurus and T-Rex have a fight, and I quite liked that bit.
Well, that's just to show that how good the Spinosaurus is. That it's bigger and meaner than T-Rex. I mean, it has some awful set pieces. I mean, I wouldn't say the plane landing attack is okay.
Yeah.
And I would say maybe on the boat is okay.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to say pterodactyls because I don't know any other species.
Just call them pterodons. That's easier. That's all of them.
Their introduction's good because it's a dinosaur you haven't seen.
True.
Before.
True. Yeah.
But that's about it. I was watching it going, well, thankfully, like you said about bad sequels we watched, like at least it's mercilessly short.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I squeezed it into that. I was like, I've done 2 others, and I was like, oh, I can squeeze this one in as well.
The effects in Jurassic Park are so good, and this is years later.
2001. This was,
and 2001, and the green screen, blue screen, whatever it is, when they're flying at the start, in that the bloody hang glider thing. It's awful. It's shocking. It looks like it's from the 50s.
Do you remember this?
It's terrible. I don't. 2001.
Because I was surprised. I didn't even know this came out in cinema, and then I walked into a video shop in Blockbusters once, and there it was, and I was like, "There was a Jurassic Park 3. How did I not know this?"
I definitely didn't see it at the cinema. I don't remember it coming out.
I remember
would probably
renting
have seen it on TV or something, or I don't remember renting it. Yeah, I probably would have seen it on telly, I guess. But crazy. It's bad. It's bad.
It's bad because you got Laura. They get Laura Dern back and Sam Neill back, and you think brilliant.
Yeah, they get Laura Dern back for like 3 minutes.
It's kind of like is it a sexy lamp test? What is this now?
It's not even that. It's not even that.
It's an embarrassment.
I don't know.
It's an embarrassment of riches that they just flush down the toilet. Because William H. Macy's not a bad actor. Tia Leone's not a bad actor.
No. I don't think Antonio Nivola's a bad actor either. He's done better things than this.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just, oh, God.
And we're back on Site B.
Yeah.
Which, brilliant.
God knows, honestly. I tell you what, my 7-year-old enjoyed seeing a Spinosaurus because that's his favourite dinosaur. Yeah. So that he was happy with that. Although he definitely drifted off. He didn't last to the end particularly well. Yeah.
It's not even long, Rich.
Oh, I know. It's because this gets so boring in the middle. Like, nothing really happens.
They're just awfully stupid people. Just keep
God,
shouting.
so stupid. Like, there's a point where William H. Macy's character says, "What's the point in hiring an expert and not listening to him?" And then carries on not listening to him at all.
Shouty.
Oh, God. Ben! Eric! Ben! Shut up!
Do you like what they did with the raptors in this film? I mean, they started to give them feathers. And they made them smarter. But do you think they made them less scarier?
I mean...
Well, they're definitely less scary than the first one and the second one, I would say.
They make them comically smart, I think, is the problem.
Yeah.
So they become slightly funny rather than scary. You know? Do you not think, like...
I don't think they carried the threats like they did in the first two. They leaned upon that Spinosaurus a lot, thinking, hey, this is the one that's really going to get you. And there's not a lot of... Oh, I suppose there are some other dinosaurs.
The thing with the raptors is that they weren't... Whilst they were intelligent for dinosaurs, they're only about as clever as a chicken. So they're not very clever, really. And they're only supposed to be the size of a turkey as well. So the raptors in these Jurassic movies are so much bigger than they're supposed to be.
To be fair, the Alan Grant character does comment on that. He's like, these are genetically made in the lab. The dinosaurs are in the ground. These are something else. These are no longer what he classes as dinosaurs.
Good point.
Yeah, they didn't try anything new for free.
No.
It was let's go back to the well.
Flying dinosaurs, I suppose, was new, but they didn't look very good, did they?
And it wasn't. Well, if they wanted, this is our new thing, they should have had more of the new thing instead of lots of green land and
you just see them flying away at the end.
Well, that's the spoiler, which has never... Because Jurassic World and Jurassic Park are in the same world.
Yes. Yeah, they are.
But at the end of this one, yes, the gate is left open and pterodactyls, fuck you, Rich, fly out.
I didn't say it. You're telling my son.
I'm telling everyone. I watched Sidetrack, the Apple Plus TV series that David Attenborough did recently. Have you watched it?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't got Apple Plus. So no.
It's from the makers that do like The Lion King.
Okay.
You actually think the dinosaurs were real?
Might have to get Apple Plus just to watch that.
I think your son's going to love it.
I need to get a new phone anyway, so I'll get it for free for a bit. I've been waiting for Ted Lasso 3 to come out.
That's going to be the last series.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, off track. Anyway, dinosaurs are real. It looks great. They don't call them pterodactyls, and I got very confused for a whole of that film as well. So, Jurassic Park 3, last one. As in, pterodactyls should have been roaming the earth by this point, right?
Well, yeah, you'd have thought, right?
But they're not mentioned in Jurassic World or Jurassic...
No, they're not. But maybe, I don't know, 5 of them escaped and they got shot down or something. I don't know.
I've also got a plot point I need you to help me with. You know when the boat gets destroyed at the beginning?
Yes.
What does that?
Not a clue.
Okay.
Genuinely, cool. You don't see...
Because it's on the water.
I'm guessing it must be the pterodactyls, pterodons, whatever we're going to call them, pterosaurs.
Maybe.
I guess.
The Spinosaurus does go in water at one point, so it could have.
Well, Spinosaurus ate fish predominantly, so they would go in water, I suppose.
They loved humans in this one.
Well, yeah. Again, this is the thing, isn't it? Apparently, despite there being 65 million years between their existences, apparently dinosaurs really like eating people.
A lot.
Who knew?
Yeah. Number 4.
Now, I think there's quite a big jump between my worst one and my next one. So my next one is Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah, mine too.
Yours too.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it is in any way as bad as Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
You know, I should caveat that. I don't think it's a terrible movie. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't quite fit. It doesn't quite feel right. There's just a few bits in it that just feel a bit off.
Yeah.
And I can't. It's a feeling rather than a definite knowing, you know?
Yeah, because in this film, what I was saying, Jurassic Park 3, they stayed on the island. They got off the island pretty quick on this one.
They did, yeah. It's quite a heartbreaking scene of watching some brachiosauruses get melted by lava as the ship's going, sailing away and stuff.
I don't want to feel bad, but a lot of people when this came out were like, "Oh, you'll feel something," and I was like, "Oh, really?" Didn't
No,
really.
you didn't.
Because you know what? Because there's another
a bit
island.
sad.
It's another island that they've seemed to have forgotten about. We're full of dinosaurs.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean that those dinosaurs. They're all dead.
Well, they could be like, okay, guys, it's bad luck these dinosaurs are dying, but at least we got this secret island.
True.
Why is Site B? This is my whole problem with Fallen Kingdom. Why is Site B never mentioned?
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
And also, I do respect them that they tried something new and then they tried to make this horror house movie the second half.
Yeah, and it almost works. I think it almost works. I don't like this. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. The Indoraptor. I'm not like we genetically modified this raptor to be like a super raptor. Like
we already had a super raptor. It was in Fallen World.
Well,
not Fallen. Yeah, the other one, Jurassic World. Oh,
Jurassic World.
Christ.
That wasn't a raptor. That was an Indominus Rex.
Yeah, but that was spliced together with raptor.
There was
genes.
lots of things.
It was like a
spliced together. Yeah, it was. Yeah. And I kind of get the point they're trying to hammer home of like weaponizing dinosaurs, but I don't know. It just felt felt a little convenient, I guess, in places.
Also, there's this James Cromwell character. I can't remember his name. Lockwood.
Yeah, I think it's Lockwood. Yeah,
and he apparently was with Hammond when they made the original, not Park, but
and then they fell out. Yeah,
is that canon? As in, have I missed something in the first three? That
it's not in the first three, but he kind of owns InGen, doesn't he? Essentially, is it InGen that he owns?
That's the big bad people.
That's the company, isn't it?
That really want to weaponize. Like through every film, they're like, "Ooh, we're gonna have to make money off these dinosaurs."
Yeah. So I think he was from what I get, is that Hammond was the one who was all about the park, and this guy was all about the science of the splicing together.
Is that to do with his daughter?
Yes, I think so. Daughter / granddaughter / Cloney McCloneface.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Was he driven by that too?
I can only guess, but
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
What came first, the tragedy or the gene splicing?
Yeah,
or the cloning. I don't know. I don't know. I think Rafe Spall's quite good in it.
He hams it up quite nicely.
He's like a quite believably sleazy bad guy, you know.
And then there's Toby Jones as the auctioneer, who with his great fake teeth.
I think he's all right. Again, I think the problem that this is the chemistry. I like Chris Pratt. I know a lot of people don't like Chris Pratt, but I do like Chris Pratt. And I also really like Bryce Dallas Howard. I think she's incredible. And I think she's also turning into be a brilliant director. But we'll talk about that another time. But I don't think they've got any chemistry together at all. You know, they're supposed to have been like romantically involved. And it's like they've never met.
It is Chris Pratt does have that with other people. Like female leads. I feel like that way with Jennifer Lawrence as well. Kind of when he's trying to make movies, like, stop it.
I don't know, just doesn't quite work, does it? Like,
no, this film is the most disjointed.
Yes,
that would be the word I would use. It's
very good in places, though. I think.
Which are the good bits, Rich? Remind me.
The bits like we said about the escape from the island and seeing all the shot back of the dinosaurs dying and the kind of feelings of that, and then I also think the bit with the dinosaurs captured in the kind of underground of the house, in the cellars of the house, I think that's quite good. I quite like that different kind of. I buy into the idea that people would want to buy dinosaurs, essentially, like somebody underhand like that could do a kind of dinosaur auction. I could see that happening. Rich and powerful people wanting to own dinosaurs, you know, that kind of makes sense. I also buy into the whole idea of some mad guy wanting to clone his dead daughter. I kind of see that too. I can feel, that all makes sense as well. But you're right, none of it kind of fits together. Like they're all reasonably good looking puzzle pieces, but none of them have the right bits
all the pieces
to link.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I quite like Pratt. I don't enjoy how he's made to be such a I'm not going to say superhuman, but he's very good at punching. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, like in the original films, you have like Ian Malcolm and Alan Grant, and they're not
They're not macho men.
Macho men, are they?
Yeah, they're intelligent, but they're not like physical.
And then there's his Owen Brady, who's just one punching people, clotheslining willy-nilly, and can survive anything, apparently.
But that does appeal to the kids, because my son absolutely loves him. Like, he talks about Owen and Claire quite a lot.
All right.
They're his favourite people.
And obviously this is the one that leads on to the new film that we're getting next week, when they let all the dinosaurs loose, and I guess Jurassic World Dominion's set a few years later.
I guess so. I'm really looking forward to seeing it, actually. I think it's quite a clever idea of the coexistence of dinosaurs and man.
And I feel like this is where they always wanted to go, this series, from Jurassic World, and this film was kind of the need to do that. Like, okay,
this was the link, wasn't it?
Somehow we need to get them onto land, and then release them. But I don't know how many have got out there and what people have done with them, and I'm excited to see if people have weaponized them.
Yeah,
because certain dinosaurs did get taken away by.
They did. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So far we've been exactly the same.
I think we might differ.
Do you think this might differ?
Maybe.
So what's your number 3 then?
Number 3 is Jurassic Park: The Lost World.
We are exactly the same.
Oh, Christ, right.
Number 3 is also The Lost World for me. Mainly because I think Jeff Goldblum's pretty good.
Mainly because it's directed by Steven Spielberg.
True.
And he wasn't firing all cylinders in this.
No.
But there's enough in here to think, okay, this is a director that knows what he's doing. And no offense to the other ones, Joe Johnston, very good director. J.A. Bartona, whatever his name is, solid. Monster Call broke me. But Spielberg has his set pieces are incredible. The bit in the long bus thing when they're putting together the baby T-Rex and the mama T-Rex and the dad T-Rex, and the other guy's trying to wrap the thing around the front of the coach, and is a brilliant 20-minute set piece, especially on the grass. She lands on the glass and it starts cracking. It's so Spielberg. It's magic.
It's great.
And Goldblum is fun. And you're in the air. First there's oohs and ahs, and then there comes the running and screaming. I like that line.
Yeah, I mean that's the difference, isn't it? Really, that's the difference between Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 is the Spielberg magic, and the Jeff Goldblum's just better than Sam Neill. I think
absolutely not. Wash your mouth out.
I'm sorry, but I think I just think that Ian Malcolm is better than
Alan Grant. Say his name. Show him respect.
I was getting there.
Can you name Ellie's second name? Because I don't think I can.
Simmons? No. She's a swimmer.
I was going to say Taylor, but I was like, no, she's
Could be. It's Dr. Ellie.
In IMDb, she hasn't even got a second name. It just says Ellie.
No, that's not fair.
But saying that in IMDb, it also says Sam Neill as Grant, Jeff Goldblum as Malcolm.
Okay.
That's not fair.
It's she's definitely got a second name because she's definitely a doctor, and I can't remember what her name is. And I want to say Ellie Taylor, but she's a comedian. Yeah. And I wanted to say Ellie Simmons, but she's a swimmer. So I've definitely got Ellie's in my head, but just not the right ones. Anyway, yeah, Lost World. It's not perfect. It's a lot of people that we've had guests on the podcast disappointing sequel, I think, and it probably suffers from the fact that Jurassic Park was so good that doing any kind of sequel was always have been a very difficult challenge.
When I came out of this the first time, because this is 97, so I would have been 11, 12.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I really liked it. Looking back on it, it's not where Jurassic Park is, but
it's still good though, right? It's still good.
Yeah, there's some people don't like the bit when it suddenly gets in San Diego and there's a Roman T-Rex around the streets, which I think is fun. I've got a problem how there's an arm left and how the T-Rex got stuck down below and the boat crashed through.
Yeah,
apparently there was a raptor that was meant to be on the boat as well that got cut out or something. I was reading once because that would make sense how because the T-Rex wouldn't be able to get into the cabin
that's a good point
of the boat.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And the raptor scene, the first raptor scene, I should say, in the long grass is brilliant.
That is good. That is very good. Yeah.
The second raptor scene when Ian Malcolm's daughter does the gymnastic things and kicks him
Not so good.
is not so good. And Vince Vaughn in this film is maybe miscast.
I would say definitely miscast.
Especially when you look at his other work. Like in 97, I didn't know who Vince Vaughn was. I hadn't seen Swingers or his style of humour.
I was 16 in 97, so I think I had seen Swingers, and I think I probably had an idea of who Vince Vaughn was.
And you were hyped for this film, right? There's a lot of hype for it.
Yeah, definitely hyped for it. Definitely, I watched it in the cinema, I remember.
Yeah.
And I remember coming out going, I don't know. I remember coming out with I sort of liked it and sort of didn't. And
yeah.
It definitely wasn't like a disaster.
Pete Postlethwaite, I can't say his name.
Pete Postlethwaite.
Thank you. You did it much brilliant in this film. And it's so annoying. He just disappears. As soon as they get to San Diego, his character's like, I've done.
Yeah.
I've hunted T-Rexes, done my job. And he leaves a gaping hole because he was so good in that role as the hunter kind of person.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, Vince Vaughn isn't right.
No.
That's true. That's definitely true.
Would you say Julianne Moore's right?
I don't know. It's again, brilliant actor, and I can't. But I just don't think she's quite right in this.
This nearly landed this film. I think. It definitely. And then bits you look at it again. There's some great T-Rex stuff in there. The chase when they all wake up in the tent, and great stuff.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. It's been a while since I've watched this one. But yeah, you're right. That is really good. And
also, when they first land on the island and they're capturing the dinosaurs, and you're seeing that, oh, this is fun. They've got cars and stuff, and they're nailing it. And then, obviously, it just doesn't gel.
Doesn't quite.
Completely.
No, it doesn't quite fit. It just doesn't quite fit. You're right.
It's missing, Sam Neill.
Is it? I wouldn't get that far. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have spot on exactly the same choices all the way through this 5. Because my number 2 is Jurassic World.
Yeah,
the first
I'd be
Jurassic
disappointed
World.
if you didn't have it as number 2, to be honest, at this point.
Because who's going to... who's not going to put it number 2 when you know what number 1 is? I actually quite like it. I think I quite like it as a movie. I think it works well. It's good pacing. There's a lot of criticism that there's the first female to be killed by dinosaurs in Jurassic World. So up until this point, no female character has been killed by a dinosaur.
Really? Oh yeah.
And the first female character that is killed by a dinosaur in Jurassic World is completely innocent. So normally in Jurassic Park movies, it's the assistant who's been helping the boys around.
Which is a great kill. Can I say that?
It is a great kill, but it's also torturing a character that's done nothing wrong. Whereas normally the dinosaurs eat the bad guys, like the skeezy lawyers and the,
I hadn't really thought of it like that. But you can say a lot of innocent people died in this house, because there's the guy who just eats donuts and meant to look after the cage of the Dominus Rex, whatever they call it. What are they?
Yeah, but again, he's a keeper of the dinosaurs. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a feeling that he's slightly mistreated them or something.
All right, and then the guards as well, I guess.
Yeah.
But what about the owner who dies in the helicopter crash? Mr.
Mizrahi.
Yeah. Who is having so much fun in that little role he's got. I can't remember the actor.
Who should be in it a lot more, honestly. Like I was really disappointed that he died in that helicopter crash so early. Because I thought he was going to be great. Like, I was really looking forward to that.
This is actually peppered with good side characters, like Jake Johnson's little character, and the other assistant's funny. I think Vincent D'Onofrio is kind of in a different film. Yes, agreed. Yeah, he's very much of the idea of the trying to weaponize dinosaurs guy, isn't he? Yeah, he's more of he's a lead up to part 2, I think, isn't he? He's the kind of build up to part 2. But yeah, not quite on the right level. Weirdly, I've seen a lot of like the animated Lego Jurassic Park stuff, because my son likes all that stuff. Obviously. And that kind of fleshes his character out a bit more. He's in that? It's weird. Yeah, he is, yeah. Like, so it's like him and Owen and their dynamic before Jurassic World happens, essentially. Because I was thinking I'd love to see a film of them trying to set up the park.
Yeah, so that's what the Lego animated series is about, them sort of setting up the park, essentially.
I think that would have been interesting. Like, imagine landing on that island going, all right, now we have to clear it of dinosaurs and try and capture it all. I mean, it's not going to be easy, is it?
No.
I think that would be a more interesting film than sometimes these other 4 films, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it's certainly like entertaining Lego stuff that my son likes.
I bet it's not violent.
No one dies in the Lego stuff. Like, people. There's just like there's a guy dressed as a hot dog who nearly gets eaten, but the dinosaur eats the hot dog costume, and the guy inside gets away, kind of thing. Nobody dies in Lego Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Do you know what is annoying though about
What's
this
that?
film? The one when someone can outrun a T-Rex in hills. I know that's a common, but it is true.
Yeah, that is a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
And as much as I think Bryce Dallas Howard probably is a superhero, I don't think she can outrun a T-Rex at all.
No.
Can't they run at like 40 miles an hour, a T-Rex or something? Like, it's...
Yeah, they're quick.
And people can run at like 6.
Yeah, and there's a bit at the end when after the big showdown where human joins Raptor and T-Rex to fight Dominorex. They literally all nod at each other and go their separate ways.
Yeah, that is weird.
Job done.
Yeah, you're right. It's far from a perfect movie. That's for sure. But it's still quite fun.
Setting up that world for what Jurassic World is, as in the park, looks great, and you buy into that pretty well. They've gone back and set up a park.
What they did was quite well was something that I thought was nigh on impossible, which is to make an underwater dinosaur interesting.
It's the scariest one.
The Mosasaurus is amazing. Like, I love that thing.
Now that's loose. I would never be in the ocean again.
Oh, no. God, no. Like, forget Jaws.
Yeah.
It's all about
Forget
the Mosasaurus. Yeah.
Do you think they made a Raptors, because I'm sure we'll get onto one in a minute, Raptors even less scarier in this one?
Yes, I think so. By giving them names and making them friendly and like dogs, essentially. Like, my son's got a really massive, like, blue raptor toy it's like 3 foot long. It's absolutely huge, and he treats it like it's his little friend, pretty much. Like,
oh my God.
To him, raptors are like dogs, basically. It's
This film's got a lot to answer for. I'm telling you.
No, raptors definitely aren't scary. Raptors are friends.
Yeah, this is one of the films I watch the most because it's quite often on ITV2 about 9:30 at night.
Yeah, it's on Now TV a lot as well, I find.
Well, I watched it today. They dropped them all today.
Oh, did they? Oh,
on Now TV.
Yeah, in preparation for next week, I should think.
For Friday.
Yeah. Well, is it Friday?
Friday the 10th, yeah.
Okay, so...
What's your number one, Rich?
Oh, I wonder what number one could be. It's Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. One of the best films ever.
Yeah, absolutely. Incredible soundtrack. Perfect casting, wonderfully directed, mind-blowing effects that still stand up today. Like, it was just so good.
It was good. 93 was a big year. I'm going to paint you a picture because I haven't been able to tell it on the podcast yet. That in 93, I was in hospital a lot. I had a leg operation. I was in for 3 months. And then for the first, I think it might be the first weekend, they let you out pretty much. They can go home for the weekend. And I really wanted to see Jurassic Park. So all I wanted to see was Jurassic Park. So for my day release, they let me, Mum and Dad take me. Sounds like I'm in prison. I wasn't in prison. It felt like prison sometimes. We went to Jurassic Park. I was in a wheelchair. Packed out screening. The only seats they can get. So they put me in the wheelchair bit. My parents went miles away, it seems. Found the film brilliant, but also incredibly scary. In particular, the raptors.
Yeah.
And then for when I was allowed home after the operations and stuff, and like, you can go home now. I struggled with sleeping back at home, and I used to have really awful nightmares. And the basis of those nightmares,
Raptors,
and Labyrinth. But that's not, we've been through that.
We've been through Labyrinth, yeah.
But raptors, I find them so scary. Even watching Jurassic Park 1 still, much as I love it, and I think it's the best one, I find them terrifying.
Wow, mate, you've been through a lot.
I don't understand how your boy can watch and be like, They're great.
I don't know, but he gets scared of other stuff, and he's
Oh, that is true.
he's not your normal kid. He likes all the stuff that we'd find scary, and then he's scared of swans. You know,
I've been bitten by a swan. That's
you?
another story.
Don't tell George you've been bitten by a swan and never go near one again.
Yeah, it was fine. But yeah, 93. It looked good then. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's one of the, don't know what I sound like, but if you weren't there,
You were there, man.
you don't know what it was like. It was groundbreaking. It honestly, you think at that point that T-Rex attack and the T-Rexes, you've never seen anything like it in your life. The animatronics, whatever they did on that film,
Yeah,
was
it was so good. Well, they did all three, didn't they? That was the thing. They had animatronics, they had puppetry, and they had CGI. You know, they mixed all three together. So in certain bits, you see certain bits of dinosaur and stuff. So they're like, we know we can't do the CGI for the close-up stuff. So we have like, that's puppets. That's some guy making that move. And we know we can't make the animatronics. We can't make them run. So that's the CGI when you see the dinosaur running. And it's just so good. It's just so clever.
and the music.
The music. God, I love the music. To this day, if I need cheering up, I put the music on. Like, hey Google, play the Jurassic Park theme.
It's one of the songs in my head that if I'm not thinking of anything, Google, that stayed in.
That was literally my little Google Doc. Brilliant. Amazing.
Yeah, if I've got nothing else going on in my head, I'm thinking that is like my Please Hold tune.
Nice. I like it.
And I quote Jurassic Park at least once a day, which is "Life will find a way."
Yeah, life will find a way.
It's just my literal go-to answer to anything.
I mean, Ian Malcolm for me is the ultimate character in a movie.
Really?
Yeah, because he's incredibly clever and rock star cool.
He was cool.
Like I love him. I love him to bits. I know you're an Alan Grant fan, but it's all about Ian Malcolm to me.
Which is surprising because you wanted to be an archaeologist like Indiana Jones, and
not by the time I was 12, I didn't.
Okay.
Indiana Jones, I was like 5 or 6. Desperately wanted to be an archaeologist. By the time I was 12, by the time I was watching this movie, I knew it was boring. Yeah, I watched this movie. I was on holiday, I think. I think me, my brother, and my mum had gone on holiday, in a caravan or something, somewhere like Bournemouth or somewhere like that, and we watched it on our holidays. And yeah, I remember literally jumping a foot out of my seat when the raptor jumps through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Florida and done the Jurassic Park ride?
I have not. I've never been to America at all.
Well, it's terrifying. Let me tell you, it's a water ride. It's like a log flume.
I have watched videos of it on repeat with my son, who is obsessed with it.
When we went, when it just opened in '99, and there's a bit when you look up, and there's a T-Rex comes out, and I looked up, and then the ground just gives way. And you can't see me in the picture because I'm hugging the thing so tight, and I'm behind a big man. And we did it 3 times. We did it once.
Yeah.
Did some of rides. Come back. Did it. It rained a lot in Florida. Obviously,
Yeah.
Americans will know this. 3:00 rain. Park emptied pretty much. So we did the ride again. Didn't want to be on it. And then it came down, and the guy was like, "Do you want to go again?" Because there's no one else in the queue. Everyone else screams yes. I scream no. Doesn't matter. Here we go again. Back round we go.
Oh no! so I've never been there, but I have watched the video, like the point of view video, on YouTube of the ride when it's Jurassic Park, and then the updated one for Jurassic World.
Oh, has it changed now?
Yeah, they updated it for Jurassic World.
Oh, okay.
It looks cool.
It was good. It was good back then. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it because I don't like the fear of dropping, especially when I'm not ready for it.
No. But yeah.
What's your favourite thing? Jurassic Park 1. Just Jurassic Park.
It's the lawyer getting eaten on the toilet.
Great.
It's the little girl going, "He left us. I can't believe he left us." And then he's run off to the toilet like a little coward.
Turn the light off. Turn the light off.
Not knowing T-Rex is clever enough to go and eat the guy while he's sitting on the toilet. Why? Why does he pull his pants down and sit on the toilet?
Maybe when you gotta go, as Ian Malcolm said.
He didn't really have to go though, did he?
Did he have his pants down?
Yeah, he's properly sat on the toilet, isn't he?
Mate, I think I'd probably shit myself at that point as well. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be able to keep my beans about me. Absolutely not.
But yeah, I think that scene. I think also clever girl.
No,
that's brilliant.
I say that a lot as well.
Yeah. The bit where
the kitchen scene.
The kitchen scene I've talked about. Yeah, like cack my pants.
The jelly.
Yeah. The bit where Laura Dern, Ellie, and Samuel L. Jackson go off to try and put the electric back on, and then the arm's there, and it's just his arm.
Yeah.
A bit again, another bit like quote. You didn't say the magic word.
So annoying.
I hate this hacker crap. Love it.
If Jurassic Park was real, would you go?
Yes.
You would not pay enough money to get me on that island.
Really?
Absolutely not.
100% I would go. I know it's fucking scary, and I know
I'll
what
go,
could potentially
I'll go
happen.
if there's a bunch of ones that eat leaves.
Oh, I would go.
I'd be like Alan Grant. You got raptors? You got raptors?
The bit where they first see when they're in the Jeep and the gas Jeep and they first see
it is incredible,
the Brachiosauruses, and it's just brilliant. The music's playing and he like grabs her head and turns it round to look when she's the botanist, isn't she? And she's all into the plant and just like
But what about the dinosaur that goes
yeah, well that's not real, is
and
it?
Spits in his face. What?
Well, I mean, there was a dinosaur with frills like that, but they didn't spit acid. That's not true. That's not real. That dinosaur's kind of made up, pretty much, that one. But yeah, that's not... that is quite scary, that one, I guess.
Quite scary.
But no more scary than going to see like a Komodo dragon in London Zoo or like a king cobra.
Yeah, but they're all secure at the moment.
Well, yeah, but so would Jurassic Park be, essentially, wouldn't it? You know, if it was done properly. If it wasn't a movie.
I've watched 2 films of them setting up that park, and both times it goes wrong.
True. But you're asking me, like, if I would go to an actually properly set up park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I'd like it. I mean, for a long time, I really, really wanted a Ford Ranger, like 4x4, like they have in Jurassic Park.
Where my brother lives, there's a person that lives like 4 doors down, and he has one of them.
Really? Oh.
I keep meaning every time to go to take a picture of it. It looks amazing.
I really wanted one of them. So bad.
I had all the toys. My pencil cases was all Jurassic Park at that point.
I wasn't that age, so I was...
Ruler rubbers.
Yeah. I was 12, so I didn't really have toys or the
T-shirt,
pencil cases or anything. I think I had a black T-shirt with the Jurassic Park logo on it. Like, yeah, that was my... Yeah, I like that.
It's definitely in my top 10 films ever.
Absolutely, 100%.
And it's rewatchable. And you know what you're saying about characters?
So much.
The characters are all like three-dimensional. They've all got their purposes.
Yeah.
And they're really well-rounded. Not compared to some of the other ones we talked about.
Something that's come up recently, where in an interview I saw with Laura Dern and Sam Neill, was where she's like, at the time I didn't question the 20-year age gap between the two of them, and I was like, oh yeah, me either. Like, Alan Grant's a dirty old man.
Absolutely, I never thought of it.
Because she's his student, isn't she? Like, she's his grad student.
I think it's something like icky, like
that.
Yes.
That's pretty icky. Like, that's dodge.
Just the way it was, Rich.
Just the way it was. Yeah.
Before we move on, do you want to have some guesses of some of the Rotten Tomato scores?
Oh, go on then. I wonder if Rotten Tomatoes rank in the same way what you do. I mean, we're stealing this from Sequelizers, aren't we, a little bit? Because they always do their Rotten Tomato scores, you know, and they're better at it than we are.
Well, I'm just going to go through all of them. I'm going to go from one, the way they're released, okay?
Okay.
So Jurassic Park, because there's scores. There's the critic score and the audience score.
Are we doing both?
Yeah, I'll do both.
Okay.
Because they're quite different. So Jurassic Park, right? Critics is 92%.
Yeah, that makes
sense. Audience is 91%.
I mean, I can't argue with any of those. If anything, a little low, I would say.
Lost World, Jurassic Park. Critics 53%.
Oh, okay.
Audience 51%.
I'd say it's probably a bit better than that.
Yeah,
I'd put it in the
it's a bit better than
60s probably, but, fair enough. It's quite a come down from Jurassic
Park
Park.
3.
Yeah.
Critics,
One. Yeah.
48%.
Really?
Audience, 36%.
Well, I agree with the audience, and I don't agree with the critics.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's only a 5% difference between 2 and 3. Now, I'm sorry, that's not right.
Sound just, doesn't it? Jurassic World. This is right. Jurassic World.
Okay.
Critics, 71%.
Fair.
Audience, 78%.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. I'd put it sort of mid-70s. So, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Critics, 47%, which is lower than Jurassic Park 3. And audience, 48%.
I mean, that's wrong. That's just wrong. It's not worse than Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park 3 has no rights to be scoring 40s. But this is why Rotten Tomatoes is a bit broken, though, isn't it? Because essentially, a positive review counts as like 3 out of 10. So you could have a movie that gets like 100 5-star reviews, and it scores the same as a movie that gets 100 3-star reviews.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Also, Rotten Tomato database, I don't think is that old, if that makes sense.
Right,
it wasn't
yeah.
around in the mid-90s, was it?
No,
so
true.
The earlier, the most recent films, they can have more critic scores, and
I mean that makes it worse. Makes it worse.
Oh yeah, shit.
Jurassic. I mean, I'm surprised Jurassic Park 3 gets above like 35. To be honest,
yeah,
about that 35, 36 is where I'd put that.
Were you surprised that it died for as long as it did after Jurassic Park 3 to Jurassic Park?
No, I think Jurassic Park 3 was so underwhelming, and Spielberg
It's a
had completely
14 years difference.
Yeah, but Spielberg had gone from it, hadn't he? And that was the magic. I think he'd kind of left it, and yeah.
And now this new film is really, really tapping into the legacy sequels.
Oh, yeah,
just
100%.
the new one.
Yeah.
The one we haven't seen yet.
Are the Jurassic World films based on the books, the Michael Crichton books?
Okay, it says based on characters.
Right, okay.
But I'm not quite sure. And I made me laugh watching Jurassic. I was like, what characters? What, the T-Rex? Is this the character we're talking about now?
Maybe. Who knows?
But in Jurassic World, you see someone has the book of Ian Malcolm's book.
Yeah.
On his desk and stuff like that. So,
okay. Because obviously Jurassic Park's a horror novel originally, wasn't it? Michael Crichton horror novel. Which, yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah. Originally, so Jurassic Park originally was a horror novel, sort of Stephen King-esque.
It is scary.
Yeah, horror. Yeah. It's the whole point was it's like scary, and I'm pretty sure The Lost World is also a novel.
Yeah, it is.
But I'm not sure about I don't think 3 is, and I'm not sure if Jurassic World are. So maybe that's where it's. I don't know. Maybe that's.
I think it's just the first 2.
Yeah, I think you could be right.
What happens if this film's rubbish? The new one. We'll find out soon. Some people might listen to these back to back.
I don't think it will be. I don't. I having watched the trailer, I'm quite intrigued.
I see. I'm underwhelmed. I'm not
really.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not.
I think I'm quite open to the idea of like dinosaurs and man trying to coexist.
That's what intrigues me.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to what they do with that.
Yeah.
I think the people that have seen it already that I've seen, and it's not many, have been relatively positive. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, let's see what we give it next week.
Yeah.
This is me announcing next week is going to be the review of Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah.
Unless one of us
gets COVID or something. I mean, let's be honest, it's going to be me. I try my best to avoid breathing on, being breathed on by anyone. But no, I really want to go and watch it, hopefully on Friday. I also promised my son that I would watch it and let him know if it's too scary for him or if he can watch it or not. So, yeah. So I have to go and watch it to make sure.
What is the rating of the new one?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I don't really pay attention to the ratings very often, to be honest.
No,
I'd more try to watch things first and then see if he'd like them or not. But it'll be the first cinema trip since the fated Sonic 2 trip. So we'll see.
So hopefully everyone agrees with our ranking. I can't see much difference. But if you do, tell us. And Rich will tell you how and when and who and where. Now.
Yeah, of course. If you want to talk to us, you can do that on our social medias. We've got Twitter and Instagram, both of which are at Unequal Sequel. We've also got an email address. You can send us a little email if you want to. It's unequalsequel@hotmail.com. We're working on our website, so keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll let you know when that's up and ready, rather than just a big coming soon sign, which it is at the moment. And yeah, you can also, if you've liked what you've heard today, and this is the first time you've listened, or maybe you've just not subscribed before because you weren't quite sure, click on that little subscribe link and we'll drop in every week for you to listen to. Back on Monday with another amazing interview episode. I can't believe the one we've just dropped on Monday, that we actually managed to get Clayton Davis. I think is incredible. An actual Hollywood critic. With literally talking to him with Hollywood going on in the background. I think it was amazing. So yeah, do make sure you go back and listen to that one if you haven't already. Loads more episodes to go back and listen to too. While you're there, if you like what we've heard, give us a little like, little subscribe, little 5 stars. Write us a little review if you like. That'd be lovely. We always love a review.
We do.
Not a bad one, obviously, but
no. I don't mind bad words, but just rate it 5 stars.
This is rubbish. 5 stars.
That's my that's my compromise. I can't wait to drop the next episode on Monday. It's a one. Me and Rich can't believe we got to speak to someone.
I know. I'm so excited.
It's very bizarre. I've got nothing else to say apart from thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. Arriba, adios. I don't know what any other words from goodbye.
I think Arriba means quickly.
Quickly goodbye, I said then. Bye-bye, everyone. And a goodbye from him.
Bye!
Have a splendid week. Bye.